Hi everyone, it's the Social Solipsist again, and I just wanted to do a quick update on the Valve ARG Portal 2 thing that's going on that I've been covering here and there. I showed you this site before. This is the site that came up after that surprise April Fool's thing countdown that GLaDOS mocked us for. And it's changed a little bit. I've been taking screenshots as it's been going, but each of these bars has been filling up, like I said in the previous video, I believe, as more and more people play each game. So all the ones with blue bars have clearly, like it says, computations complete, and it's been being tracked up here with computations completed for launch. You know, incrementally after each one of these is done, it would move. And the projected launch would go down, and it's been recording here. Oh, that's interesting. So it looks like we've cut off 7 hours of boot time, just based on the fact that it says default boot in 17 hours, but projected launch in 10. So basically it shows, calculations complete for each of the games. And then at 11 o'clock today, Pacific Standard Time, well, basically one of the things was that they added with some of the updates were these like special things you could do in each of these games that would get you potatoes. Now, previously, these potatoes, this was not moving. Let's just say that the numbers weren't counting down. They weren't moving, and they were slowly counting up as people achieved each of these. I wouldn't say achievements, but like these special things that had to do with the ARG. So at 10:50 today, engaging starch-based power cells. Reboot safety test protocol initiated. Relaxation chamber locks released. Involuntary hazard mitigation associates have assumed testing positions. Pre-release lethality assessment initiated. And then they completed calculations for AudioSurf. But anyway, at that point, at 11 o'clock, this started counting down, which is essentially showing that all those potatoes were going into, like, if these bars weren't being filled up enough, I guess, they were... that GLaDOS is now using the potatoes as power to speed up that process. Just my own point of view, in my humble opinion, this whole thing is kind of silly. I mean, that is not to say I'm not enjoying the hell out of it. It's really cool, but at the same time, when you look at it from kind of a business perspective, it's kind of like, well... the game is supposed to release 17 hours from now. By having all these people buy all these indie games, which I totally support because I love indie games and I generally think they're better than AAA games. I'd much rather pay for and play an indie game than a AAA game. But anyway, by having people buy all these games, they're not only making money, they're making money and they're essentially... I wouldn't say bribing people with the prospect of getting the game early, because people knew, that they weren't going to get it that much earlier than they already were, but, and they're making extra money off of it. But at the same time, the whole thing seems to be going deeper as well. Essentially what they've been doing is, ever since kind of the countdown began, they've been adding some new bits to it. I'm not sure where this thing came from, but let's see. A decrypted... Oh, right. A message was sent to the wiki, the ARG wiki that had been covering all this stuff. And again, I still speculate that that was partially staffed by Valve employees or somebody who was in on it, because they were doing a really good job, and that's not something that you just start a wiki and it works that well. I think it was partially planned. But that site was sent a an encrypted Morse code message. Oh wait, no, that's a different message. I'm sorry. There are so many codes and things going on in here. But anyway, they were sent an encrypted message that, when decrypted, said the following. I'll read it to you guys. Log from redacted by JH2CJ. 1. We designed the entire thing to be very, very durable. It was easy to get the materials since everyone's been thinking it's a simple icebreaker ship. Ha. 2. We have made sure to strip it of anything not necessary, so that we have plenty of space for it. It doesn't have any backup supplies in the event the crew runs out of food, though, and there isn't much food on board in the first place. 3. In the event you need to send it off all of a sudden, or use the OR box with the code with code HB1. And then a little thing at the end. That's not all, CJ. Not much else I can tell you other than this won't leave a blight on our record. Mesa, and I assume this is referring to Black Mesa, is going to be sore when they see what we've done. So I've played through Half-Life 2, but apparently this is partially in reference to Half-Life 2 Episode 2, where there's an icebreaker ship. I don't know enough about the game. I haven't researched it. I don't want to ruin it for myself because I do want to play it. But apparently there's an icebreaker ship in Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Now, from my own not knowing anything about it perspective, I would say it sounds to me like... missed something. CJ is supposed to be... it's suspected that the CJ in the letter is supposed to be the CEO of Aperture Science, Cave Johnson. And for those of you who watched... I guess I didn't post that video because it was all messed up. But anyway, for those of you who have played Portal and haven't missed this area, and spoiler alert, I guess, Aperture Science is a competitor with Black Mesa. Now, it's kind of questionable what they're competing for, but what it seems like they're competing for is a contract to build super soldiers of a sort. Shell, the main character the character that you play as in Portal, is supposed to be like one of those soldiers, one of those potential soldiers, and she's going through the testing process, and supposedly exceeds expectations and escapes GLaDOS. So yeah. So this letter could potentially be a member of Black Mesa because, basically after the first game, Black Mesa was FUBAR. Sending some material from Black Mesa to, or some research or intel to Aperture Science. So it's getting interesting. Or I shouldn't say it's getting interesting, it is interesting. I'd be really interested to see if what they end up doing is merging the two IPs. Or, yeah. IPs? Is that the term I'm looking for? IPs? I don't know. But merging the two series together. Merging the Half-Life series with the Portal series. Because they are intertwined, as we already know. And it'd be really interesting to see them together. I know I personally have already, because it's the Source engine, hacked in the Portal gun into Half-Life 2 and hacked in rocket launchers to Portal, just because that's a lot of fun. So yeah. I'd be really interested to see where this goes. A recent visit to Valve by some reporter or somebody, he was told by, I believe, Gabe Newell, that there was definitely going to be a Half-Life 3. So I'd be interested to see if there's some overlap, or if there's Half-Life 3 and then a combination of the two, or something like that. So yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll probably add a slideshow here in the middle of just various bits and pieces from the ARG, pictures that have been uncovered and things like that. So hope you guys are enjoying the coverage, and I'm also setting up a site where you guys can see all the games I own, and you can vote on what you want me to play, because for some reason my Minecraft videos, which I do the most, are getting the least views, and I'm wondering if that's because you guys don't like them or because there are so many other Minecraft videos. So let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you like my videos, please. And oh, I just hit the 10 subscriber mark, so thank you guys for subscribing. You guys are awesome. This has been the Social Solipsist, and I'll see you guys next time.